Last week we looked at US dollar. It continues dropping. US dollar is actually so weak at the moment. And here's the DXY. So weak. So really, we should be seeing higher prices in BTC and cryptos because once again, Bitcoin is priced in US dollars. So if US dollars, the asset it's priced in is losing value, then the flip side is that it should take us more US dollars per BTC, per crypto, per token, per coin. So it's surprising that US dollar has seen so much weakness, and Bitcoin has not made new all-time highs yet. So that just tells me maybe we just need to be more patient because there is clearly weakness in the US dollar, like it is falling. It did look like it bottomed a little here on Tuesday. Reversal candlestick Tuesday, up Wednesday, up Thursday. So there is that, but you know, it's going to do that. It's going to go impulse correct, impulse correct, impulse correct. That's fine. Nothing to worry about. But ultimately, US dollar is weak. That's the DXY. Same thing, US dollar. Ultimately weak. From January of this year has just been on the down. So even though there are some corrections to the upside, it has dropped a lot. 6%. In 6 months. That's a lot. That's a lot for a currency. So keep that in the back of your mind as well. Hey, if US dollar is so weak, then assets priced in US dollars should go up in dollars. So maybe this is just an advanced signal for us to be patient because things are still going to play out very well for us. Then there's the S&P. Look at this. New all-time high. So last week I said, hey, Friday we just need to close above 6143. Whatever it was. Yeah, the all-time high was here, 6144. I'm sorry. We need to close 6144 on Friday. And we ended up closing at 6173. So last week, Friday, we did get a new all-time high. Monday, first trading day of the week, we got a new all-time high. Tuesday fell a bit. Wednesday, yesterday, new all-time high. Today, new all-time high. So the S&P 500, the economy, the global market, the US economy, the health of the US economy has fully recovered from all the tariff drama. It's up, it's high, it's good. Once again, S&P, America's 500 top companies in various sectors, represents people's risk tolerance. It is a risky asset. People will typically only invest in S&P and the companies in the S&P, their stocks, when they are confident in the health of the economy. So right now, this is showing us lots of confidence. And when we are in periods of confidence, people are more likely to put their money in risky assets. Because they're confident. They're confident the market and the health of the economy will bring that investment up. So here's another advanced signal that's like, hey, this should theoretically spill over into BTC and cryptos very soon. So like a bunch of days in the past week of new all-time highs. Yet I don't see anybody cheering or celebrating or thanking Trump. You know, if you're going to blame Trump for this, then you got to thank him for this. That's how I see it. You got to be fair. Can't be playing these double standards, right? So whatever it is, whoever's responsible for it, there we go. S&P, new all-time high. S&P is doing well, then risky assets like Bitcoin and crypto should do well. And then look at this, Coinbase. We haven't looked at this together in Accelerator before, but, oops, that's not what I wanted. Here's the IPO back in 2021 when Bitcoin topped at 64K in 2021. That was the highest it's been since now, till now. 2021 till date, that's still the all-time high, the IPO price. But we have done something very interesting in the past week. 2 weeks, actually. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I haven't been looking into the data, but Coinbase had this bullish engulfing on Wednesday, June 18th, sideways, and then another bullish engulfing on Tuesday, June 24th. It's been a correction since, but all to say, there was a pump in the Coinbase stock. That's 52%, just counting from the beginning of the bullish engulfing candle to the top. So 5 days, it moved 50% to the upside. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know the reason. I didn't look into it. Yeah, I'm lazy. If it's not shoved in my face, I'm not going to look for it. Pretty much is my take on these fundamentals. But it's interesting to see the Coinbase stock has recovered. So maybe we can also take this as an advanced signal that like good things are still ahead for crypto. I mean, I've never lost faith, but all to say, these other charts I'm showing you right now in the past, 15, 20 minutes is looking pretty juicy for the summer. It's not a guarantee. I'm just trying to put everything together. Like all the data at our disposal, I'm trying to put it together to paint a picture of where we might head next. Because as you know, we looked at the monthly charts on the major crypto pairs and it didn't tell us anything. It was very indecisive. So now we're going to look at other charts, right? And the other charts are very interesting. So US dollar, S&P, Coinbase. Coinbase is interesting. I don't know why it's gone up. It has gone up and it's almost corrected. I mean, this is actually the highest high. Let me close this for a sec. So if this is the IPO day, the day it dropped, the day it became public, that's a wick, but that is ultimately the highest swing high. Swing high, we're actually higher than that today. So that's the swing high, and here's the high we made. So we have recovered, and yeah, just think of what crypto was like back in 2021. And if Coinbase, the stock, the company's stock is back up here, then what might that be telling us? I don't know. Anyone have ideas? Anyone own Coinbase stock or invest in Coinbase stock? Let me know. You've all been relatively quiet today. So anyone know what's been going on with Coinbase? Something I don't know? Some partnership? Did they earnings report? Let's see. Earnings and revenue. Earnings were down, so I don't see why. I mean, besides looking at earnings, I don't know why Coinbase has recovered so strongly. Previous earnings were up, but the most recent earnings were down. So, I don't know. All right, and then the last chart I wanted to show you is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy or Strategy, they've rebranded. So I have marked in previous Bitcoin all-time highs. So here is 2021 when we hit 65 and then 69. And as you know, as you probably know, as you should know, Michael Saylor buys a lot of Bitcoin at ridiculously high prices. So you can consider MicroStrategy, a Bitcoin company. Like all of this company's holdings is mainly majority in Bitcoin. So if we want to look at this as like the health of Bitcoin as well, here's MicroStrategy at the 2 peaks in 2021. It did peak itself on those days, but it actually had a previous peak, an earlier peak, and this was February 2021. So MicroStrategy, the stock, peaked Feb, and then Bitcoin all-time high 1, Bitcoin all-time high 2, and then Strategy, the stock, fell, and you can see it's so similar. It's so similar to Bitcoin's movements. Again, this is MicroStrategy stock. Janet, back on ChatGPT, says that Coinbase's recent rally could be driven in part by Oh yes, how could I forget? Yes, thank you, Janet. You shared that with us as well. Wow, I totally forgot. Janet, can you ask chat what day that was? I wanna put that on the Coinbase chart. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. Silly me. Was it, you think it was the day of this pump? Or was it this gap? Actually, Janet, I could just Google that myself. 1 second. Coinbase included in S&P. I want to know the date. May 12th? Is that right? May 12th. Did it happen that long ago? Oh my goodness. May 19th. Thank you, Janet. Okay, let's go back on the charts. Put May 19th. Okay, where are we? May 19th. Monday, oh, wow. Yellow. Let's move that up here. Coinbase. There was no spike. That's what I was trying to say earlier. There was no spike this day. No knee-jerk up or down. So I wonder, did the news come out because this came out on May 12th. So I wonder if they got the release before actually being officially added. Should I put this as May 12th? Actually, yeah, that makes more sense because then we got a gap. So maybe, yeah, Monday, May 12th, we got the news it would happen, even if it officially was added on the 19th. But you see how Monday we get the news? I guess the news came after hours. And then on Tuesday open, we had a huge, huge gap. So that's a 10% gap from prior day's close price to the next day's open price. Initial inclusion announcement triggered a 24% jump. Okay, so maybe that's this whole thing. Yeah, that makes sense. So from Monday's close price to Tuesday's close price is, 23. My chart says 23, but cool. There we go. Now we see that. So that's interesting, but that doesn't explain. That doesn't explain the June 18th pump. But hey, now we have that on the chart. It's starting to make a little more sense. So that's good. Now back to MicroStrategy. I was saying 2021, we got the 2 peaks. MicroStrategy peaked before BTC. And then it had the same, almost identical price patterns. I'm sure if you've been paying attention on these calls, this is the same way it looked on BTC. In the bear market, and then the FTX lows, and the recovery, and the ETF rumors in 2024, and then the March 74K high. Here we go, marked it in. So this one, BTC hit 74K, and then MicroStrategy went a little higher. Went slightly higher, 2 weeks out. Yeah, 2 weeks later went higher, and then did a very similar thing to BTC, the downwards range. Then we got the Trump pump in November. And look at how crazy MicroStrategy did. So this was a huge impulse up. But once again, the pattern is December 108K, January Trump inauguration 109K. Those were all-time highs. But you can see MicroStrategy peaked before those. So I know that's only 2 times in the past. And then if you want to call this one kind of nullifies it. Where BTC made a new all-time high of 74K, but then MicroStrategy peaked a little higher 2 weeks out. So this one nullifies it, but this one, MicroStrategy peaked before Bitcoin, and then back in 2021, MicroStrategy peaked before Bitcoin. So that's two for yay, 1 for nay. But something interesting. So let's watch. All I'm saying is let's watch for the next time MicroStrategy or Strategy, their stock peaks. Because that might be another advanced sign for us. So at the moment, if we are still considering this to be a bull run and there's still going to be more highs to make, then there's still a peak to be seen in Strategy, in the Strategy stock. And perhaps that will give us an advance warning that, hey, maybe we want to start scaling out. Maybe we want to start, whether that's, taking profits on BTC or taking profits out of the market as a whole. Right now, it's too early to say, but that's something I wanted to share. I thought that was super interesting. So those were some extra charts today. The US dollar charts, DXY and US dollar. The S&P 500, which has made a new all-time high. Coinbase stock, which is almost at its IPO price. And it is the highest swing high because it's higher than this swing high. And the fourth chart we looked at is the Strategy stock chart. So we're just trying to find patterns here that we can that can aid us in our trading, in our analysis.